Hello students. So today I would like to discuss a small topic, why write mocks in UPSC Prelims. So it's a very common theme that most of you are writing UPSC Prelims mocks, right? But I noticed that most of you are not writing mocks with the right mindset. So first of all, why are you writing a mock? Because either a senior told you or everybody else is writing, right? Or they are freely available in Telegram. I don't have to spend any money and I will download the papers and I will start writing. Apart from this, students actually don't know why or what is the logic or the science behind writing mocks or how it is going to help in this particular exam, right? So UPSC has a special requirement in relation to prelims. Competition is getting tougher. So many institutes, so many mocks, so many resources. Still, certain people clear prelims every year, but majority don't. Why? What is the logic? We will try to address all those questions in this particular video. Now, the most obvious mindset for writing a mock is you have read a static book, that is Lakshmikant, Spectrum, or something, Vivek Singh, Ramesh Singh, whatever. Then you want to test whether you have to whether you have learned that particular subject, yes or no. Okay, so this is one approach. The next approach is, especially the first attempters or first attempt students will do this. I will read everything, then I will write a test. Okay, trust me, you can never do this, or you will never do this. You will probably write only the real exam in prelims hall. Apart from that, you won't be writing a single exam with this mindset that I will read everything. It is never going to happen. So at least move to this mindset or move to the next mindset that I am going to discuss next. So what do students do, especially first attempt students? First of all, they will start reading Lakshmikant. Okay, they highlight every line, every word, every paragraphs. You should see their books, like the yellow highlighter. It's literally the entire Lakshmikant is dripped in that particular highlighter, right? All chapters are considered equally important, and they just spend huge amount of time there. Then they write a mock, which most probably will go in a disastrous way because they don't know which chapters to focus, which areas to focus, and because of this particular disaster they will be disheartened, they will be demotivated, and they will never ever write another test in their lifetime, at least in the first attempt. They will go directly and start writing a prelims test, and 90% of the first attempters will go through this particular story, right? And that is why they fail. Even if they write a test, they write to get scores. Sir, my score is not improving more than 70 to 80. What should I do? Okay, first of all, you are reading the book in a very wrong way. Then how will your scores improve? So what is the alternative, or what is the right mindset? First of all, in reality, what you are supposed to do is this. Let's say you are reading Lakshmikant. The first thing to do is take all the previous year questions of polity, right? And see mains questions from last 4 years, 5 years, or from 2013 onwards till 2020, freely available in UPSC website. Okay, you just spend half an hour, 1 hour questions observing. Okay, most of the questions are coming from fundamental rights, constitutional bodies, parliamentary committees. Pure common sense, you will come to a conclusion, right? And second thing, after seeing this, you can talk to a senior or a mentor. I am going to read Lakshmikant. What should I do? Which chapter should I prioritize? Should I prioritize, national language versus fundamental rights? Is it even a debate? So such kind of questions can be discussed with a senior or a mentor, right? If you are having some of them like that. Okay, then you start reading Lakshmikant. Okay, let's assume the senior has suggested you to focus on the first 30 or 40 chapters, most important ones. Once after you complete the book, your knowledge will be like this. It is supposed to be a straight line, but it is scattered. You can observe all the black areas, right? Like lot of gaps are there in your knowledge. It's human. It happens to everyone. I personally don't know Anidub Drisetti, but if you can call him and ask him, I can guaranteely tell you he will also tell you the same thing. First reading, everybody will go through this cycle, right? There will be gaps in our knowledge. So that is where, when you write the mock, the first mock you write after reading Lakshmikant, okay, it will do something called as hyper correction effect. That means you think you know a particular topic or a concept, but in reality you don't know. Okay, that is a shock. In simple languages, it hurts my ego. Okay, it hurts my ego that I have read Lakshmikant, still I couldn't answer a simple question like whether interstate council is a constitutional body, yes or no. So because I came to know that there is a gap in my knowledge, I will work on that gap. I will work on the revision. I will read the explanation thoroughly. I will open that particular parliament chapter. I will read where the questions, the questions have gone wrong on. Okay, I will keep my ego aside and I will go back and I will take each and every question where I have made mistake and I will try to rectify those mistakes. By rectifying the mistakes, you can see this particular blue line. It's comparatively better than this one, right? It's better. Why? How did it get better? Because I wrote a mock. Hypercorrection effect happened. I learned something. Next, again, I wrote one more mock after this hypercorrection effect. Now you can see, because I have invested time and effort in making more and more mistakes, I am making less mistakes. It's counterintuitive, right? See, between these three lines, students have all the attempts between them. They make a lot of mistakes in these three lines. Okay, they write a mock. The scores are 60, 40, 70, very very bad according to them. Okay, they give up writing mocks. But those who get 60, if they write the mock again by learning from the mock, probably they will go to 85, or they might again stay in 70. The thing is, 10 marks have improved. Okay, or 20 marks or 25 marks have improved. Because it's improving, again if you learn or revise from your mistakes, okay, your scores will actually go to 110. It's counterintuitive, but the more mistakes you do, the less mistakes you actually do in the long run. So the gaps will be very very less. See the gaps in the first line, huge. In the third line, very less. Okay, that is how you are supposed to grow. You read Lakshmikant once, you write a mock, learn from it, you revise the book again, you write one more mock, make more mistakes, come back, do more mistakes. The more mistakes you do in mocks today, the less mistakes you will do in prelims hall, right? So instead of doing that, everybody else is doing the opposite thing. In this particular exam, one more reason why you need to learn write mocks is not only it will improve your static knowledge, the gaps will come down. Okay, you will also learn something called as guessability, or what I call as art of stone throwing. Okay, let's imagine everybody is reading the same books, everybody is going through the more or less same current affairs magazines, PT 365 or some other reputed institute book. So you are spending 1000 pages on current affairs, 8 or 9 books plus PhD in Wikipedia and all those things, plus countless hours you invest in YouTube videos. I don't know why people do that. Okay, again, just for one chapter, trust me, you can read the same book in less amount of time. Again, let's not go into that particular area. So what I'm trying to tell you is, everybody is doing the same things, and then everybody is writing around 60 to 70 tests, 7000 questions. Okay, 7000 questions, 7000 times you have been tested. In spite of doing all these things, you go to the prelims hall, you will still see around 40 to 50 questions. Again, it's very subjective, but totally new to you, what we call as bouncers, right? At least in the first glance they look like a bouncer. You have zero clue, you don't know, right? You are shocked. The mind games that UPSC play, you have fallen into that particular mind game. What happened? In spite of doing all these things, still you have to guess 40 or 50 questions. Okay, let's say 30 questions also. 30 questions you have to guess. That is where guessability comes into the right. So no matter how many books you read, how many mocks you write, how many things you do in Wikipedia, how many current affairs magazines you revise, still there will be some questions you have to guess. So that is what is called as guessability. In this particular exam, 2 plus 2 is 5. Let me elaborate on that. Let's say you are a medical student, you have read a particular book. Okay, probably the questions will come from that particular area. You are an IITian, you read a particular book, the questions will come from that particular area. You have to apply your own logic. I am not nowhere diminishing your talents. Okay, but the thing is, in UPSC you read Lakshmikant, you read Spectrum, you read NCRTs, you read newspapers, you read everything, you even read Constitution of India and go to the exam hall. Still there might be a question which might confuse you, or which might come from somewhere else. Okay, you have to guess, right? So all your existing knowledge can only help you to a certain point. Beyond that, you have to guess, and that guessing increases. Guessing is a skill. The art of stone throwing is a skill. talk to any senior, they will tell you they don't know how they will do that, but the moment they see a particular question, something deep down from them, from their heart will tell, okay, this is not the right answer or this is the right answer. They cannot tell you how they came to that particular intuition, but that improved only through lots and lots of hard work, reading static books, and their practice. The practice in the mock test improved their guessability also. That is why you write mocks. Okay, so the next one, again, guessability is not some magic. I am not saying, you know, it's a wild game, it's like gambling. You go there, throw A B C D, you know, there used to be this idiotic arguments, all answers will be C, all answers will be D. Those days are gone. Yes, UPSC has adapted itself very nicely, so you have to work on guessability. Again, guessability is not some magic. Please don't reduce it to some ridiculous luck. Okay, guessability is when opportunity meets preparation. Okay, so to understand that concept, let us understand island of peace. What is island of peace? You have read either a static book, a current affairs magazine, a mock test, or you were discussing with your friend near the tea stall, okay, or over phone, right? You were doing something related to a particular topic. Okay, in all these discussions, or probably in any one of these discussion or effort, you came to know that option 2 is 100% correct or not. That means for a fact you know whether this is right or this is wrong. Okay, that guessability improved because you can stand in this island of peace. Option 2, for a fact I know it's correct. Option 2, for a fact I know it's wrong. There is no like even 0.00.1% confusion in this particular option. Option 2 I know. Option 1 I am 50-50. Option 3 most probably wrong. Okay, again you came to all these conclusions only with your hard work, right? The guessability, you either know 100% of the topic, you either have accumulated knowledge, you either applied knowledge, or you have a pattern knowledge. That means somehow you know it's Ashoka. You don't know why Ashoka, but somehow you know Ashoka because of sheer practice. You have read so many stupas. After reading all these stupas, still there is a new stupa. Okay, but in this particular area probably only Ashoka ruled, or Buddhism or Jainism was very flourishing, so it must be Ashoka. You come to that large answer in the exam hall like purely out of practice, hard work. Okay, so your guessability increases because of your 100% knowledge. You know for a fact this is an island of peace. I can stand an optional 2, right, and I can eliminate 1 2 only, 2 1 3 only. If 2 is wrong, I know it 100%, both these options are eliminated, then I can come to 50-50, right? I hope you are able to understand what I am trying to tell you. Guessability is not some magic, it's not pure dumb luck. Okay, guessability increases through either your static knowledge. So the more stronger you are in static, the better your guessability will be. The more stronger you are in static, the higher your elimination chances are. I mean optional elimination, not your elimination, right? Then your accumulated knowledge also sticks with you very nicely because you have a good static knowledge. That means the current affairs you hear, you can easily contextualize because of your static knowledge. Your applied knowledge also comes to your help because you have good static knowledge. So all these things comes only from basics. So to apply all these things, to test all these things, before October 10th you write mocks, not to test your score. Less mistakes you will do. Okay, so summary of the entire lengthy video, I wanted to keep it short by the way, is this: don't write marks for scores. Never ever write mocks for scores. You know, you are in second, third attempt, your preparation is flawless, you have done everything I am discussing. Then if you are writing a full length test, you are scoring 60, then you should probably be worried. Okay, again it depends on the standard of the question paper, but probably somehow if it's a standard test you should be worried. But if you are a first attempter, never ever write the test for scores. Okay, don't worry about scores. Mocks are your best friends. Okay, they will tell you the gaps in your knowledge. The more you know about yourself in the exam hall. So please don't postpone writing mocks. Take a mock, test yourself, let the hypercorrection effect come into the picture, let your ego be hurt if that is the case. It's fine, you are not alone, everybody will go through the same cycle. Make mistakes, rectify, make lesser mistakes, the less the better. So the more mocks, again it's not more, you have to work between 1 and 2, 2 and 3. without working 1 and 2, 2 and 3. If you just keep on writing 10 more marks because sir said so, it is not going to help you. Take a mock in standard institution, go through the explanation, read it, yes, rectify, improve, revise, then write the next mock. Hardly 3-4 days gap will be there between one mock to next mock. You will improve. Okay, again, so it's around 45 days or 46 days left for prelims. You may not be able to do all the things I'm trying to tell you, but the thing is, at least those who are going to write for the first time, you should start writing mocks immediately, right? So if you have and sorry, I forgot, there is one more thing. In the description I have added one video on how to study nicely with science based logics. Okay, please do watch that short video, not mine, someone else on the YouTube. It will help you. It will give you a lot of insight onto how human brain works and how learning actually works, right? Next, I'm also adding the mail, contact mail. If you have any questions regarding prelims preparation and all those things, feel free to contact me, or you can message me on Telegram as well. All the best, keep writing.